What's going on, you all? Welcome back to Renegade Gaming. Today, me and my brother Royce, aka JJ Tubb, link is in the description for his YouTube channel, are going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 PlayStation Showcase that recently dropped a few hours ago that I didn't even know dropped because I was at work. I wasn't even thinking about any video games or anything like that. But we are here with Royce. Say what's up, Royce.
What's up, everybody?
So, the thoughts and opinions. Royce came through. He spoiled everything, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up. So,
Yeah,
Royce, first and
yeah.
foremost, how are you doing, brother? How are you doing?
Bro, I'm doing good. I'm feeling pumped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
getting some new games. It's
Okay.
been a
Okay.
crazy week for gaming this week. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Yes, yes. So first things first, we will be talking about the video games we were interested in because the fact of the matter is there was so much thrown at us that if we broke down every single trailer and every single video game, it would take over 2 hours, and we don't have that type of time. So we're gonna be talking about the games we enjoyed seeing the trailers for and stuff like that. But I'm going to hand it off to Royce and get his opinion on a couple things and a couple games because he was blowing up my phone. So go ahead, Royce, take it away.
Bro, first of all, PlayStation Showcase. I knew this event was coming, based off of the scheduling and things like that. I didn't expect them to show anything. I just expected it to be like, new controllers and PlayStation 5s to be available soon, that sort of stuff. Some like games we never heard of. But no, they actually came through. They gave us a bunch of stuff. First and foremost, okay, I immediately went onto the stream, waited, I think, about 20 minutes. The first game they show, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This game is literally a classic. If you guys know me personally, you would know I'm a massive Star Wars fan. So obviously, I was getting so gassed seeing that. Literally, I used to watch that gameplay on that back when I was what, 5 or 6. So I mean, like the fact that I never got to play it, and now I'll get the opportunity to play it, and probably the next couple years, depending on how far in development the game is literally just so awesome to see. Um, from the little teaser they showed, obviously they didn't show any gameplay, but if that's what we're looking at graphically, it's looking really good as well. Another game that I was interested in, I'm probably gonna be out of order with this. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but Wolverine. They're coming out with a Wolverine game. One game that I actually didn't expect to ever see. Literally the last game I thought we were going to see, and literally it looks good. Um, Definitely something I'm excited for. Insomniac is going to be making that game. The same guys who made the Spider-Man game, so 100%. I'm going to be playing that. Spider-Man 2 is also coming out, made by Insomniac. We're gonna see Venom, Miles Morales, Spider Man. Oh man, I'm just so excited. There's just so many games that are coming out. God of War. I didn't play God of War 1. I might have to now after seeing that trailer because it looks so good. The gameplay looks good. So I'm probably going to be a part of the memes and stuff like that with the boy memes and things like that. But I'm super excited to see that as well. Um, let's see what else. What else did they show? I'm about to go into my notes real quick from the things that I looked at. Ooh, Gran Turismo 7 is another game that looks very interesting. I told Dom on Snapchat, I said, this game pretty much looks like the Forza of PS5. Just the things you can do, like unlimited customization to your cars. You can drive around the city, free roam. You can race on tracks. You can race around the city. It just looks so good. And it just reminds me of Forza, which is a game that I loved on Xbox. And the fact that I have a PlayStation now and can't play it, I'm glad that there's going to be a replacement for that game. Um, but yeah, those were the games that really stood out to me. I'm super excited to see the actual gameplay trailers and more things to come because it's just a great time to be alive in the gaming world.
Oh yeah, 100% agree with everything you just said, Royce. It makes sense too because see, we now those of you who don't know the backstory of Royce and I, we were Xbox guys. Like, honestly, for the past, what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even close to 10 years, Xbox players, we didn't know any better, basically. We chose Xbox and we enjoyed Xbox until the PlayStation 5. And that changed our entire premise and attitude towards what we wanted to do with this console, the games we wanted to play with this console. You know what I mean? I am one of those who's a story driven person, right? I enjoy the story modes and stuff like that, but I understand as well that there are people who do enjoy the sports stuff, which is understandable. But at the end of the day, yes, so many great games. Like Roy said, we got Knights of the Old Republic remastered, Wolverine, Spider-Man 2, God of War, and a game I actually ended up really thinking it's going to be an underrated game because I am into those role playing type games, hack and slash type games. That was Project EV. I enjoyed that just because the fact of the matter is, it reminded me of a story mode driven like type game, like a Dynasty Warriors or a as we play now on the channel, right? Hunters Arena Legends, where it's story mode driven. You use a one specific character, you are being guided around, and it's just a nice change of pace, I feel like, especially because, yeah, we had a good idea that, of course, they were going to showcase God of War. Had no clue they were going to show Spider-Man 2. Had no clue they were going to show Wolverine as well. That was a surprise. Gran Turismo I kind of expected because, as we know, for years they've been working on this game. Hopefully it does come out in such a way where it's a positive vibe. It's a positive vibe around the game, and they can definitely, hopefully, take over the racing game community. But yeah, not a lot really to talk about except, yeah, what our thoughts were on God of War, what our thoughts were on Spider-Man 2. My surprise was with Spider-Man 2. I was not expecting, as I was listening into the trailer, I had both AirPods in, okay? Those of you who know me, I usually rock one AirPod, but nah. I needed the surround sound, Royce, okay? I needed the
Oh yeah.
surround sound for every single trailer, just in case, you know, I missed out on any of the details. I had both the AirPods in, surround sound speakers, basically blasted that all the way up, maxed it out, probably blew out a part of my eardrum, but oh well. Yeah, I feel like God of War is going to be a good game, of course, because as we know, PlayStation and Santa Monica Studios, I believe it is, they they make the story mode great. They make the gameplay great. Those of you who have not played God of War, I believe if you're a PlayStation Plus member, it is free on PlayStation Plus. I have it installed still, and it's a very good game. It's a very good game. It walks you through every single ability, what Kratos is basically capable of, and of course what his son is also capable of. It's a great change of pace, for that. Spider-Man 2, I played the original. Spider-Man 1, that was a fantastic game on PlayStation 5 for all of us to play. It was just so fluid. It honestly was the first game I played that actually felt like a next generation game. Is that right, Royce, do you think?
One thing about Spider-Man, I know the first Spider-Man that came out, Spider-Man PS4, was just people compared it to one of, if not the greatest superhero game of all time, the Batman Arkham series. Probably more specifically Batman Arkham Knight. In terms of combat, I think that was one thing that was super groundbreaking. That was in last gen. Now we're in next gen. We get Spider-Man Miles Morales, and then you improve graphically, you improve on gameplay, how it feels. You add in the adaptive triggers, and you just get an all new game. Now, I believe the next game is coming out 2023. I don't know what to expect. I genuinely don't know what to expect. How they can make it better in terms of like the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback, and graphically as well. I mean, just so much time to improve. We're seeing new abilities from Spider-Man. More specifically, I think you want to call it the mechanical arms from the Iron Spider suit. So we're getting a lot of things that I'm personally excited for. Miles Morales was I think my favorite story mode game I played. I haven't played a lot, but it's definitely one of my favorite story mode games I played. So 100%, I definitely have to agree with you. Just one of the true next gen experiences, I think, with Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Oh man, I'm just super excited, especially given the fact that we're getting Venom. He looks really good. They showed a quick tease of him at the end of the teaser trailer, but the fact that we're also going to be getting Venom, and imagine if we can play with him as well. Oh man, I'm just so excited for that game. That's going to be awesome. So yeah, that I definitely have to agree with you on that one there.
Yeah, that's what's scary though, bro. Like, it's not even 2022 and they're already saying, hey, it's like a movie, right? Where you're expecting a new Fast and Furious in like 2024, right? So you
Mhm.
gotta wait, you gotta wait, you gotta wait. But the fact that they said 2 years from now, 2023, like, see, that's what's scary about games though, is that they can get so much better in a number of years where you're looking back at like Spider-Man Miles Morales and like that was nothing. That was nothing.
Yeah,
Like, that's what's scary because that's what people did, I feel like, with the original Spider-Man game and then of course the Miles Morales in between these two games. They said, "Oh, yeah, Spider-Man was good, but Spider-Man Miles Morales was definitely like more driven, more focused on the abilities, more versatile, more intricate. You know what I mean?
mhm.
When you really break it down, like the fact that 2023 is a date for them, that's scary. Like, that's really scary to see like what they can come up with and what they can add into the game and improve upon the graphics somehow. I don't understand. Like, we're gonna get to a point where the games are actually going to look like you and I. You see what I'm saying? Where
Oh
we
yeah.
can't really change anything. You're gonna see every freckle, you're gonna see every detail, which you're basically already seeing for the most part. But it's just going to be enhanced. And I'm just like, how can you make it better? I don't under
Now
like
that's another
how.
thing. Yeah, no, that's another thing because I think one thing that not a lot of people are talking about is the fact that we get to play with both Spider-Man and Miles Morales. So we're using two characters in one game. So we can probably go into like side missions or like two separate stories in a sense if they
Here,
decide to go that route.
here.
But that's something that's to look at as well.
What it is, I feel like, is like they have it in GTA, right? Where one
Yeah.
character has one story, the other has another story, and you can hop back and forth between them. But when they're together, right? Yes, you can swap
Mhm.
between them, but I think you'll be restricted when they're together, like strictly to one character. Unless, hey, granted, it's gonna be in 2023, so who knows? Maybe they'll have it where you're playing with them back and forth in the same combat scene. Now that See,
Mhm.
that's what's amazing. Now, what I will say is this: I was surprised, Royce, not to see the Arkham Knights, right? Oh crap, what's it called?
Mhm. The
The
Gotham Knights.
yes.
Yeah.
That new Batman type game. Now, I was kind of, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of surprised, but we didn't see a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
So
that's
yeah,
mostly because they were focused on exclusives this
yeah,
time,
okay.
and that's a PlayStation showcase. I think we could be seeing a Gotham Knights trailer probably at like an
Isn't it an
E3, or
exclusive
actually no,
though?
not even E3. There's going to be a DC. I think it's called a crap. It's like a Superdome or something like
Yeah.
that. It's some sort of event.
Last time I
Uh,
checked, though, I
mhm.
think that is an exclusive, a PlayStation exclusive. That's why I was kind of surprised that they brought out
Mhm.
the Guardians of the Galaxy. They brought out Wolverine, but they didn't bring out the game that we
Yeah,
already have
I
gameplay
think
for in a trailer. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's mostly because of that DC event that's coming in.
Okay,
I want
okay,
to say October. They're going to be showing so many things. The
mm,
Batman trailer. They're going to be showing
got it,
Suicide Squad Kill the
got it.
Justice League game. They're going to be showing all that stuff. So that's definitely going to be something to talk about. I
Okay,
think out of all the events, that's one thing I'm super excited to
got you.
talk about. But yeah, that's when I think we'll probably see that trailer. I think they're already teasing it on the posters and stuff like that for that game. So I think that's probably a guarantee. I think that's sometime in either October or November. But I'll probably have to get back to you on that one.
Okay,
But
okay, that's fine. Yeah. What's crazy though is when you really think about it. Okay, it's good.
mhm.
Insomniac Games. The, See, with Spider-Man, it was great. Spider-Man
Oh yeah,
Miles Morales was greater. And aren't they the same company that's now going to be working on Wolverine?
yeah. hmm
Jesus Christ,
They're going off.
bro,
They're doing all of them again.
how,
All of them.
bro? That's
It's
how you get
crazy because
exclusive.
that
Oh my
that's
gosh,
literally.
Wolverine's
I
gonna be
don't know how they're
crazy.
gonna do it, how they're gonna make it better.
I don't know either.
They're gonna make it better,
Yeah. Oh,
but
of course.
I don't know how. We could be seeing more things. I know.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
I think there was a few moments in during the stream where I thought we were going to see a Doctor Strange game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm ahead of my time right now. Maybe in the next
Man,
few
it's
years we might get a
possible.
Doctor Strange game. But if you look in the Spider-Man, if you go into like certain locations in the first Spider-Man game, and I think possibly in Spider-Man Miles Morales, you can see Doctor Strange's apartment building or house. You can see Daredevil's building as well. You see all these characters from the Marvel universe
Okay.
like as Easter eggs in the game. So we could be seeing so many more Marvel games from
See,
Insomniac in the next
here,
few years, like 10 years, man.
here.
It's so
Okay.
crazy.
Here. We've had the Avengers game. That was a flop. That was not a success. That was terrible.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
But with Insomniac Games and them branching out into everybody, which nobody knew. Like no, there's nobody. You can't tell me this. You can't say that anybody knew that Wolverine was going to be a PlayStation exclusive made by the
I
same company
definitely
that
didn't know.
made Spider-Man. I could see now, granted, I could see if you told me, okay, they're gonna make a Black Panther. Great.
Hmm.
That I kind of expected. You see what I'm saying? But
Oh
Wolverine
yeah.
out of nowhere, nobody was even talking about Wolverine. No one was thinking about him. And it's crazy because when you think about it, right, with the Avengers game, he's not highlighted as much as, like Captain America or Black Widow or Black Panther. You know what I mean? Like, he's not highlighted in the Avengers universe as strongly anymore because I believe it's something to do with Hugh Jackman not wanting to play him anymore. I think that may play a
Now,
factor.
I think
Maybe.
with Wolverine, right? They have the Logan movie. That was Hugh Jackman's last appearance as
Okay.
Wolverine.
Yep, that's right.
Disney bought Fox now, so they own Wolverine's rights.
Hmm.
And like through rumors and things like that, apparently he could be making a return. I'm not
Now,
sure,
here,
but we could be seeing that. That would be sick.
let me
I think
say
that's probably
this.
a yeah.
I don't really care for him in the movie so much anymore, but if you can put him in the game, I mean, if you can have him
In the
act in the
game,
game, imagine that. Imagine having his voice and
that
everything
would be
in the
that's an
game.
interesting shout, right?
See,
That's an
he
interesting
doesn't want to
shout.
play. See, here, okay?
Hmm.
He doesn't want to play him as a character in a movie, right? But
Hmm.
see, as we know, acting in a video game is slightly easier. I feel like personally, it's slightly easier than acting in an actual movie where you have a budget and everything. Not saying that
Hmm.
PlayStation and Insomniac games don't have a budget. I understand that, but they do have a
Hmm.
budget. But Hugh Jackman, if you can get him on board, I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you
You know,
right now, that would break the internet because he
oh
will
yeah.
have his voice, he will have his abilities, right? And that would be entertaining and fun, I feel like. And now I am curious though, like what is he going to be doing? Like what's the story behind him?
Hmm.
Same thing with the Spider-Man game as well, right? What are
Oh
they
yeah.
going to do to incorporate Venom? Like how are they going to incorporate him? You see, we'll be at the
Hmm.
start of the game like they did with Rhino, right? I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're like, okay, it's gonna be a normal life, a normal life in New York City, stopping crime as usual, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's Venom.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going,
Which
buddy?
with both games, you could explore a lot of things
There's,
in comics. I think with
there's a lot.
at least Spider-Man, I'll start with Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
You can base it mostly off of the I don't know the specific comics, but there you could I
Oh
think
yeah,
the
yeah.
closest one is like kind of like with the symbiote suits with Spider-Man when he first encounters it. You can have something where either him or Miles Morales gets the symbiote first, gives it to Eddie Brock, then all of a sudden now you got this bigger problem on your hands. Like there's a lot of things you can do. I think
Oh yeah.
when you're coming up with something that's not a part of the MCU or the DCEU
Yes.
or the or any of those types of movie cinematic universes, you can literally do anything,
Oh
like
yeah.
literally anything. So I think the best route is basing it off of some of those comics. Like I said, the Venom design already looks awesome. It definitely
Yeah,
reminded me of
that's
some of those
crazy.
comic books I used to watch videos and like read back when I was younger. So you can literally explore anything. There's
Here.
so many, just thousands of comics you can just look at and kind of base it off of.
Now, I will say this. I will say, at first, in my mind, when they had it where Miles Morales and Peter Parker were looking into the shadows, right?
Yeah.
At first, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I remember what happened at the end of the last Spider-Man game. You know what I mean? I remember with them showing, I think it was the Green Goblin, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So that was my thought process, but then I heard the two voices, and I was like, and I'm like, Venom, dang it, man.
Exactly.
Hey, I ain't complaining though.
It was weird though. It was weird though because the voice we hear didn't sound like, a traditional American, accent. It sounded more like Russian or something. So I think maybe Rhino possibly is the new Venom.
No
I'm probably
way.
coming up with some crazy rumor, but usually Eddie Brock is the one in the Venom suit.
True.
So, but if you look at the comics, once again, it's actually gone to many other characters like Flash.
Rhino's massive though, bro. You know what I mean?
He's massive, and you see, Rhino already has a grudge against Spider-Man. So I mean,
here.
You never know.
Yeah. See, I don't like that. See, hopefully they do something about that. You know what I mean?
I hope it's Eddie Brock. I hope it's not Rhino. But then again, maybe we might be getting a Sinister Six. Call it Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man Sinister Six or something like that.
Okay.
You get both Miles Morales and Spider-Man going up against,
My main thing, I feel like, strictly is this. Yes, I'm going to be honest. I heard that accent somewhere, and I'm glad you reminded me. Yes, I heard that accent, and I'm like, wait a second. No, it can't be the Green Goblin because he's American. You know what I mean? And it can't be... I'm trying to think of all the other villains. Jesus. Yeah. None of them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I heard it, I thought it was Rhino at first in the voice, right?
That's what I thought too,
But then it was the two voices, and I'm like, wait a second. Okay, it's Venom, except why does he have that accent? It's weird. And,
exactly.
I'm hoping they do better than, oh, well, Rhino, he was down so bad he turned into Venom. Like, how the heck does that work? Like, no, okay, please. They were beating him up so bad.
Interesting twist on it.
True.
It could bring an interesting twist, but
then
again,
same old. Like, come on.
Keep it traditional,
Yeah.
Keep it with Eddie Brock.
Then
now
scripted.
You got to introduce Eddie Brock into the story and come up with a whole new thing, which that could be like a 4-6 hour game.
Which maybe they're doing that. Maybe that's why they pushed it back to 2023 because it's like, yeah, we got an accent left over from Miles Morales' game. Let's throw this in and see like what people are thinking because I'm sure, bro. Like within the next 2 years, we're going to get more info on it. And when we do, we will understand, okay, how all this comes together. Because, see, this is why I like though, Royce, right? PlayStation and what they're doing with their exclusives is because they aren't going to come out with a new, like, crazy... Well, actually, you know what? Actually, no. Each year, they can come out with a crazy good game, right? Usually it's a story mode game. But they, with certain companies, extend the time so that they can actually break down everything. Like, when I played Spider-Man Miles Morales, there was no issues. There was no issues with it. It was a smooth game. I played it all the way through. And I'm tempted to play it again just because it's such a good game, So... when you really
100%.
break down how PlayStation does their things with their controller or with their setup or with anything going forward, they definitely have the upper hand in the sense of story mode driven games. I definitely feel that, right? Now in sports, it's even basically. Like you don't get any advantages in the sports games, whether playing on Xbox or whether playing on PlayStation. It doesn't matter. But with story modes, and what I like about what PlayStation did is they did the trailers back to back to back to back to back, and they just kept them coming and showing you just new things. Now, there were a couple sleepers on there I saw. I'm not interested in some of those games, but I'm sure a lot of like younger people, younger kids, right, who can't play mature games were interested in it. One thing I will say is Grand Theft Auto in the remastered PlayStation 5 edition. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care for that. You know what I mean, Royce? Like,
Mhm.
we've had it on
Yeah, I don't
Xbox.
blame you.
Yeah, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, PS4, PlayStation 5, and then like, yeah, okay, we get it. Grand Theft Auto is profitable. It continues to be profitable. Now, I will say this: if they added an expansion of like the story mode or something like that with the new upgrade, right? Okay, then that's something to look forward to. But it's the same
Mhm.
old, and I don't even know if. Well, actually, I think you can transfer stuff from PlayStation 4 to PS5. Obviously, okay, you know,
You
but
can, yeah.
yeah, I'm not interested in Grand Theft Auto at all. Played it back in what 2013, played it in like 2015 again, and then I played it recently in like 2016 or 2017. It's good. It's good. It's good, but we've been, uh,
We've been through it already.
yeah, laboring the past 8 years. The last when it came out, I was a freshman in high school, and now I've been out of high school for 4 years. So,
Yeah.
okay, it's good.
You know what?
Yeah, like,
That's one thing about
yeah, that's
GTA
it.
5, I think, is that here,
It's so
I'm not gonna
dead, except
completely
people keep
bash,
playing it. It's
well,
weird.
yeah, because you continue to come up with these casinos
That's
and
right.
these rewards and
Gambling.
stuff. People are gonna keep coming back. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things where they definitely improved graphically.
Oh,
I have to give them
100%.
credit. I never
100%.
liked how the game looked on Xbox One. I always admired the way it looked on PC. It's so smooth. I feel like Xbox One and Xbox 360, anytime it was like, a bright sunny day and obviously you're near the desert, it just looked so dry. It looked so dead. It didn't look like a game I wanted to play. I think now that you have like the full like capacity of the PS5, you can make it look a lot better, and they definitely done that. So I got to give them credit. It's just at this point, people don't really care. Like, just at least release something about GTA 6 at this point. Just
See,
say, hey, it's in development,
yeah,
because we know it's in development. They said that they started working on it last year. So just give us a quick teaser. GTA 6 in development now. That's it. That's all people want. Just one little thing, anything, literally anything. We
yeah.
we don't care about GTA 5 anymore. I'm sorry. Like by the time GTA, like you guys keep doing this and that, and people are going to start losing interest. And
Oh, yeah.
obviously, at the moment, it hasn't happened yet, but eventually it
Well,
will.
here, here,
And
here, here, here.
you're gonna be just milking this game until it's no more.
Grand Theft Auto is one of those where, see, they are smart in their approach. They don't have
Hmm.
to release a game every 2, 3, 4 years because they
Oh
know
yeah.
that all you're going to be doing is anticipating what's to come. You see what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's where they have one of the best marketing strategies of all time. And by the way, I think it's the top grossing game of all time as well. So
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah.
and Minecraft, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they know what they're doing. Like, see, we want to like say, "Oh, Grand Theft Auto 6, Grand Theft Auto 6." I'm gonna be honest. I don't even care. Like, I'm at a place in gaming where there's so much other stuff to play, Royce. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That I don't really care whether or not they talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, will I be excited when they say something about it? Sure, but it's not
Oh
like
yeah.
a priority. You know what I mean? So many other games are coming to PlayStation. Like, we have turned into PlayStation fanboys. We have turned into PlayStation players. We enjoy PlayStation because of everything it does provide in the sense of exclusives and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Nothing against Xbox. It's just Xbox has three exclusive: Forza, Gears of War,
Yeah.
and Halo. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
no one can tell me different. Like, oh my gosh, what do you mean PlayStation this? Obviously, in the future, I'm sure we're gonna have a debate about that in the future, chat, right? But at the end
Oh
of the
yeah. It's
day,
exact.
it's not the console of choice right now. Like, see,
It's really not. It's really
no,
not.
it's not as engaging in the sense of the selection of games. See, here's what you can't do on Xbox that you can do on PlayStation. And this is something that I just love because the fact of the matter is, it's my childhood, right? I played on PlayStation 2 back in the day. I played a bunch of Dynasty Warriors. You can download all of the Dynasty Warriors onto your PlayStation 5 from PlayStation
Yeah.
2. Like,
Hmm.
through the PlayStation Store. You see what I'm saying?
You know
You don't even need the disc. That's it.
what's crazy, right? What's crazy is
Oh,
it's not like we're like always been PlayStation guys.
oh
I
no,
think
not at all.
you and I think Weston know best that about a year ago, or actually no, 2 years ago now, I was the biggest PlayStation hater, bro.
Oh yeah,
I
hundred
was
percent.
straight up Xbox, my guy. Nobody could tell me different. PlayStation
Me
was
too.
trash. Xbox was goated, bro.
Me too.
Now, I I think I think with the new consoles, it's definitely changed my mind 100%. Because when I first said I wanted the Xbox Series X,
Oh yeah, that's right.
it
You
was
did
like
say that.
it was early in development and things like that. I was
You
like, you
did
know what?
say
Yeah,
that.
that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I
Jesus.
can't wait for that. Literally, they literally came out with the the game, Xbox Series X games and stuff like that. They were like the reveal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was pissed. Literally,
Yeah.
nobody wanted that console. I was like, oh no, what is this? I'm a hold strong. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe
I'm
it'll
a
be good.
hold strong.
I waited. I waited months, bro. It was Xbox reveal and then a PlayStation reveal to reveal the actual console and things like that. I watched the Xbox One, still dead. They didn't fix anything. I wait for the PlayStation
Oh
reveal, and it was
Jesus.
literally everything I ever wanted in a console.
Yes.
Literally everything.
Yes.
So it's one of those things where when I did say I wanted to make the switch, I was sure I wanted to make that switch. I have, and I don't regret it at
Right.
all.
Right.
It's definitely my favorite console I've owned. Then I'll probably say the one and then the 360 underneath that one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
Here.
I think today more specifically shows that PlayStation is the way right now, especially because of what
Here.
they're releasing.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
100%. Let me say this. I honestly, now I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I honestly prefer. Oh Jesus, here we go. I prefer the Xbox 360 over the Xbox One. Just because of this.
Oh.
Here's why. Here's why, right?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed what the 360 brought. Now this is coming from someone who used to play on PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3. Trust
Right.
me, I played on PlayStation before, and at the time it wasn't it. But
Oh yeah.
then came around a specific time period where 20 something, 24 no 2015, 2016, that's when I had both of the consoles. I had PS4 and Xbox One.
That's
And
right.
man, I always put my PlayStation 4 in the shadows, right? Only to play with my PlayStation friends. Played all the sports and stuff like that on Xbox, you see? But see, now with my mindset and how everything is, I honestly prefer the 360 because the 360 had the nostalgic like games that you could continue to play on a 360 controller. Something about that tiny controller, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
having the ability, literally to put your whole hand around it. That
Yeah.
was my mindset when breaking stuff down and having fun.
You
The
know.
Xbox One graphically is better, obviously, but I'm not
Yeah.
talking about that. I'm just talking about the console in general, bro. That's all I'm talking about.
Right. Okay. So I think this is definitely a conversation for like another video as well.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I
hundred
definitely have a
percent.
lot to say about both consoles.
Yes.
I think for me, right,
Hey,
Xbox
hey,
360
here,
was
here,
the
no, 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 no,
first.
no. Hold
Yeah.
up, hold up, hold
Okay.
up, hold up, hold
Hmm.
up. Stop right there. What
Yeah.
we're gonna do is that is gonna be a teaser, okay?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
gonna be a teaser. So,
Yeah.
what I'm
Because
gonna
I
do,
think we
yeah,
do have
yeah, yeah.
different
Here,
opinions on that for
true,
sure.
100%. We have gotten off topic with
Yeah.
a PlayStation Showcase. So, boom, that's it for that. That's
Yeah.
done. PlayStation Showcase is done. Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, we will be
Hmm.
back with probably a Renegade rants about Xbox and PlayStation stuff like that. Like that is
Oh
going to
yeah.
be
We
fun
could
and
call that like a
entertaining.
renegade debates or
A
something.
hundred percent, a hundred percent.
Oh, okay.
We could put Renegade in front of anything and then blank. You know what I mean? So thank you
Oh
all for
yeah, for sure.
listening. Sorry. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to Royce's channel down below, JJ Tubb. He will be posting FIFA content as well as a bunch of other sports content
Yeah,
on his channel
2K
coming
content coming soon
soon.
as well, guys. tomorrow the game
Yes.
drops. I'm gonna
Yes.
start grinding. Oh man, I'm so excited. There's a lot of
Yes.
things coming, you guys. If you have made it this far into the
Yes, exactly.
I guess you could
It's
say the
only been 34
podcast.
minutes. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. But if you have made it this far into the little podcast, I want you guys to comment down below. Okay. Ooh, what do I want you guys to comment? You know what? Ooh.
PS5.
Type in PS5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put
100%. 100%. Okay,
right,
you all.
if you made it this far.
Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace out.